What's going on, everyone? It's time for another thriller film review. Today we're going to talk about a film called Naked Fear. It was released April 1st, 2007, and it was directed by Thom Eberhardt. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's the one who did Night of the Comet, but he also did films like Without a Clue, Captain Ron, which I think I might have reviewed that on here, and The Survivor. So this is a thriller about a young, like a 20, 30-year-old travels to New Mexico, and some guy sort of like sponsors her, like pays for her stuff to come and gives her lodging and stuff. But turns out she is hired to be an exotic dancer. But the weird thing in this New Mexico, they can't be nude on stage, so yeah, but they get extra tips and stuff. But she realized that she's uncomfortable doing this, so she kind of tries to get her way out and gets herself in trouble, but then comes across a nice guy who ends up kidnapping her, stripping her naked, and leaving her in the woods so he could hunt her for game. So yeah, this was the concept of this film was pretty dark and disturbing-ish, but yeah. First off, the acting in this is actually not too bad. I was actually pretty impressed with how, because this movie had about like a $500,000 budget, but still, the acting was actually not too bad for this. The cinematography, it's your typical low-budget movie cinematography in it, but it was okay. Yeah, the effects in it, for the minimal effects that are in this, look not too bad. And now let's get to the story and characters. So this feels like two movies put in one. So this feels like they started writing it and it like to be like a crime thriller, but then they decide to make it a serial killer movie halfway through and didn't bother editing out all the other stuff for the crime thriller, because there's cops and characters in this that don't really need to be in this movie. They don't help the plot at all. And it kind of just drags the movie a little bit, and it kind of just doesn't work for certain aspects. You spend a lot of time with this cop, which probably in another sort, when they started writing this, he's probably more of a corrupt cop cheating on his wife, but then they changed the direction. And yeah, so you get all these random weird scenes like that don't really fit with the narrative of what this film is actually supposed to be about. And yeah, so the characters in this are some of like the main characters developed enough. The serial killers developed enough, but still, they're typical paper thin characters for this type of stuff. Honestly, for a low budget movie, I was not surprised to see this. And the story, it is disjointed because it feels like two movies put together, but still, it still has an amusing chase and some more like little bit of disturbing stuff in there. Like, if you don't like kids getting killed, don't watch this movie. And yeah, there is an amusing ending to it that I thought was amusing and a little bit funny. And yeah, sort of like vigilante-ish, but still, yeah. So yeah, overall, I thought Naked Fear was just an okay movie. It's pretty disjointed, a lot of random characters that don't need to be in there, but still, it's still watchable. So I'm gonna give Naked Fear probably a 2.5 out of 5. I thought it was all right, but yeah, but it does have your stereotypical chase scenes and predictability to it too. So just be aware of that. So yeah, but if this sounds like something you want to check out, it is streaming on Fossum.tv, where you can watch it for free there. So I'll link it down below so you can watch it for free down there. Also, link down below is my Instagram. That's where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. I usually put the film title in there and some fun fact or history thing in there as well. Also, my Letterbox down below at Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first star rater after watching the films. And my Twitter's down below at reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms, stay in the loop with this channel. Like this video, share some more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. If you have any films or film franchise in any genre and on any streaming service that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. Make sure you subscribe. Hopefully you'll find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought of checking out together. And also so you hear my opinions on popular films that have come out, classic films and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because, well, I might be doing a show review next, Bad Omens with Beartooth and President, on March 6th at the the Scotia Bank Arena in Toronto. But so that one might be, I might be going to that. So that might be the next review, or it might be probably the last Insidious one, Insidious Red Door. So make sure you tune in for those. And yeah, watch out for all those sadistic serial killers stripping women naked and hunting them for game. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.